Hi, how are you? This is Dr. Farley. I just want to go over with you a few things. It doesn't matter why you're coming in here, but two main issues happen that breaks everyone down. Your brain goes down in function, which can show early signs of fatigue. I can't drive, my focus, fogginess, memory, all that kind of stuff. You may also notice that you're just not quite as sharp as you were. Number two, depression, anxiety, even bipolar can be early signs that the brain is breaking down, early neurodegeneration. Imagine that, it's not a psychological problem. And then number three, dysautonomia. The autonomic nervous system goes off. That can show up many times as a heart arrhythmia, any type of gastrointestinal symptom from GERD to ulcerative colitis, to gassy, bloaty, irritable bowel syndrome. These are just all constipation. These are just all names to describe the autonomics not working properly. Can also show up as erectile dysfunction, diabetes, hormonal imbalances. So those are all signs of early neurodegeneration. The other thing that you want to know is the second big problem that we're having within the three big gear system is sustained inflammation. So sustained inflammation means we are doing something to keep whacking out our immune systems, and over a time frame we get stuck in this repetitive rut of inflammation. It breaks the body down and breaks the brain down. But what you want to know is, if you consider a funnel coming down, there's actually one part, and the beginning part of 99% of sustained inflammation starts down here. Then as we go up, we get more and more chemicals out of balance, more and more chemicals out of balance, more and more things out of balance, and then we start to see diseases. Every single disease that we see in society has an autonomic nervous system dysfunction problem and a sustained inflammatory problem. It would be rare to find any chronic issue without having those two things as being a major factor in why they got the breakdown or whatever the disease name may be. So back to the immune system. If everything breaks down to the beginning of sustained inflammation, we can say this: 85% of everyone's immune system is in the gut. So we can say that all sustained inflammation usually starts in the gut. But then after a while, what starts to happen too is the cell itself, once it gets stuck into this inflammatory rut, can become a source of sustained inflammation itself by a negative feedback loop that just keeps going and going and going. So we need to be able to jump in there and disrupt this pathway. So it's a self-amplifying loop, and over a time frame, it could be why we fix the gut, remove the food, and the patient still isn't feeling better, because this self-amplifying loop is going. The mechanism of action of what happens inside the cell is you have this NF-kappa B. It stands for nuclear factor kappa beta, and it's a protein that basically controls the transcription of your genetics. So once it's turned on, it turns your cell into an inflammatory machine. It's a machine. It just keeps pumping inflammation all day long. If you don't jump in there and break that, you'll never get this process to get under control. And back to, again, that sustained inflammation and accelerated brain degeneration are the two major factors in all disease, period. So we're experts in understanding the things that can trigger the sustained inflammation, the things that can trigger early accelerated brain degeneration. And we're also experts in understanding functional neurology, functional immunology, and functional endocrinology to put the whole picture together to explain to you how to get the best result. So hopefully you found this interesting. And there's a lot of people out there talking about inflammation, but NF-kappa B is where most of it starts. And we can go through with you how this process happens, what else it's doing inside your brain and your body. And if we don't address this process, this is the cause for many times why the patient fails. So thank you very much and have a great day.